Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video of Dog Paris Saint-Germain. And as you guys know, we are just one day away from League resuming, and we are one day away from Paris Saint-Germain versus RC Strasbourg. So today's video is of course the preview and predictions of the game. So we'll be looking at the coach's press conference, and then we'll be looking at pictures, and then we'll be looking at the squad that has made the game, and then we'll look at the medical update ahead of Strasbourg's game, and that's about it for today. So first, we're gonna start with the press conference as Coach Christopher Galtier had a press conference today. So they asked him a question on managing the players' post-World Cup emotions. I sent a message of support to those who suffered disappointment and messages of congratulations to those who went far in the tournament. So we're just going to stop there. And then they ask him about the squad's condition, and then he says, with the players who have come back, we've operated on a case-by-case basis, both physically and mentally. Unfortunately, some players were knocked out earlier than others, but Ashraf and Kylian were eager to rejoin us very quickly. As long as they're doing well physically and mentally, there's no reason for us to go without them for the next two league games, which will be very important. And then we have and then he talks about Neymar Jr. We saw that he'd had a swollen ankle during the World Cup, but he managed to play 2 games after that. We certainly saw his magnificent goal against Croatia. That means that in the meantime, he'll be able to receive treatment. After that, he is obviously going to enjoy some time off in Brazil. He was being supported by his medical team and is now doing well, both physically and mentally. Then they ask him on the visit of Strasbourg. There's some excitement because we haven't played a league game in 6 weeks, and we don't know what other teams will look like tactically or physically. We'll need to approach our games with a lot of professionalism and ambition. This is like the start of a new season for us. I'm expecting a tough game as they are a team fighting to stay in this league. I've seen from their last few games that they are trying to find a new tactical setup. They've gotten some very athletic forwards. It would be wrong for us to focus on their league position. After a 6-week break, we're starting again from scratch, and that's what I've told the players. Tomorrow at kickoff, we'll need to be highly focused once again on implementing a plan C. My team and I try to give the players different ways of playing, so we are indeed trying to find a plan C. Our schedule will be very busy for the second half of the season. I've gotten few ideas in mind, but it's still too early to work on a new setup. We'll see over the next few weeks whether a third way of playing could be beneficial for the team. And then finally, the last thing will be on Renato Sanchez. I'm convinced that he'll be able to get back to his best. He'll probably start training again after the game against Strasbourg, following on from his bruise. My staff and I have noticed that he had a very good preparation period. He looked sharp, and his return over the course of the international break showed me that he wasn't far off his best. Now, so that's from the coach, and if you guys want to see the full press conference, you can go in the Paris Saint-Germain official YouTube channel. Now we'll look at pictures of the training session. We'll speed through them. So that looks like Mukalele, Hakimi, Mbappe, Marquinhos, Ramos, Soler, Verratti, and I forgot his name. And we have Neymar, Bernat, Kylian again. You know, the pictures of the in-training session right here. We have the drills. If you guys want to see this, there's another video on the Paris Saint-Germain official YouTube channel where it's the first 15 minutes of the training session. So you guys can go check that out on the official PSG YouTube channel. Yeah, let's look at this. Yeah. Looks like Messi won't be available, but we will find out right now as we will read the squad for the home game against Strasbourg. Let's go. Find out the 21 Paris Saint-Germain players who have been picked to play in the match day 16 game against RC Strasbourg Alsace on Wednesday, 28 December at 21 Mecca at the Parc des France. Now, we have Keylor Navas, Ashraf Hakimi, Sergio Ramos, Marquinhos, Verratti, Mbappe, Fabian Ruiz, Neymar, Juan Bernat, Pereira, Sergio Rico, Vitinha, Serbia, Mukaleli, Soler, El Chadel, Bichabu. I hope I said that right. And then we have Warren Emery, Ilis Husni, Ismail Harbi, Hugo Ekite, and Donnarumma. So that's the squad. Now we'll look at the medical update. This will be the last thing we'll look at, and then I'll say my prediction. So, today's medical update is on Personal Kimpembe, Nuno Mendes, Renato Sanchez, and Tomate Pembele. For the next 4 weeks, personnel Kimpembe will alternate between receiving treatment and completing individualized training sessions as he recovers from tendinitis in his right Achilles tendon. Having picked up a serious hamstring injury during the recent World Cup, Nuno Mendes is continuing to receive treatment and is expected to return to the team's training session in 2 weeks' time. After suffering from a bruise in the friendly against Quivili Runen, Renato Sanchez will begin training again individually towards the end of the week. Now, finally, Timothée Pembele will make his return to team training this week. So that is all that we have today. Now, let's talk about my predictions. Okay, so this game will start at 3. Alright, my prediction is, just like Coach Galtier said, they have been working on a new tactical setup and they got new players too. So I feel like it's going to be a very hard physical game. But Le Paris will beat RC Strasbourg by 2-1. I'm going to say 2-1. So you guys let me know in your predictions down below. We'll see you guys after the game tomorrow for my match analysis, talking about all the goals, how they happened, and all that stuff. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, Allez Paris!